Good morning. Happy Sunday. So glad you're here. Let's sing. I'm gonna go with the moment. I'm gonna feel so free. I'm gonna dance to the rhythm of the universe. Gonna lead my destiny. I'm gonna go with the moment. I'm gonna feel so free. I'm gonna dance to the rhythm of the universe. Gonna lead my destiny. I'm gonna dance. I'm gonna dance. I'm gonna dance to the rhythm of the universe. Gonna lead my destiny. I'm gonna go with the moment. I'm gonna feel so free. I'm gonna dance to the rhythm of the universe. Gonna lead my destiny. I'm gonna go with the moment. I'm gonna feel so free. I'm gonna dance to the rhythm of the universe. Gonna lead my destiny. I'm gonna dance. Dance. I'm gonna dance to the rhythm of the universe. Gonna lead my destiny. I'm gonna dance to the rhythm of the universe. Gonna lead my destiny.
Oh, look at all you lovely people. Happy Sunday here at the Salt Lake Center for Spiritual Living, where transformation happens. Oh, how fun. I love the pink hair, all that out there. Also, don't remember, this is the very unique week of the very unique Utah holiday, Pioneer Day, or as some like to call it, Shane, Pie and Beer Day. I'm Linda Brewer, and it's my privilege to welcome all of you here and those of you in our two virtual sanctuaries on Facebook and YouTube. Y'all connect with each other like we do here. Our center is a spiritual community that teaches a philosophy for daily living based on spiritual principles and practices that are universal among religions. We honor every pathway by which people seek to know and connect with the divine, and we work on our individual consciousness so that we can help make the world a better place. Let's say our promise statement together. We promise to embody love, compassion, and kindness everywhere we go, and to be the peaceful presence we want to experience in this world. We recognize the divine oneness in everyone and everything, including all living creatures, Mother Earth, and the universe. We promise to be generous, sharing our time, talents, and treasures as we serve from the highest truth that love is the way. Recognizing and embodying this love for all, we help create a world that works for everyone. Thank you. Our theme this month is Freedom from the Inside Out, and we are so blessed to have as our speaker today, Christiane Turner. Her talk is called Manifest from the Inside Out, Align Your Thoughts and Emotions. And adding to the awesomeness of this day, we have as our special music, Mindy, Dillard, and Kirsten. And the awesomeness continues. Our practitioners serving today are Myrna Hurst, sharing her reading, a time of sacred silence and prayer, and Therrell Hinckley holding high watch, knowing that the best and highest is unfolding as we share this sacred time together. Remember that we have a 9:30 book study every morning downstairs in the retreat center. Everyone's welcome to join, whether you've read the book or not. This month's book is Christiane's book, Resilience and the Art of Accepting Support. And I understand you were there this morning, is that right? I think that's a first that we've had the author of the book of the month with us for our book study, so thank you. Do we have anyone with us for the first time today? If so, if you're willing to raise your hand.
Hello.
Yes. Here? Yes. Well, welcome if you haven't already done so. We have information about our center and a gift for you at the hospitality table. And we affirm for you and all of you that you will experience a blessing here this morning, and I know for sure you will. All right, as I share more about what's coming up, remember I can only give you the short version, but if you want to know more, you can find out either by looking at the flyers in the hallway or going to our website, spirituallyfree.org, where you can find out all kinds of things about us. So check that out. Here's what's coming up. So today, following the service and a light lunch for the attendees, Christiane will be doing a fabulous workshop called Thriving Through Transformation. And this will include guided exercises and so much more that will help you to develop with clarity and courage a new empowering perspective on your purpose. If you've never done one of Christiane's workshops, don't miss this chance to truly transform your life. Head down to the retreat center on the first floor to take advantage of this opportunity before she flies off to Europe again. All right, this Wednesday at 6 p.m., our very own Lane Dockstader will be leading a workshop called The Soul in Your Script, a journey that's laying right back there, hiding behind, stepping up to help back there also. His workshop is called The Soul in Your Script, a journey of handwriting and self-discovery. Who knew, but among his many talents, he is a graphologist and blends analytical skill with his intuitive insights to help you discover what your handwriting can tell you about your parts of yourself that you may not even know you had. This sounded so fascinating. I've been emailing with Lane about it, and you don't want to miss this. I think it's going to be really incredible, so please take advantage of that. And he said, even if, like me, you're old and your arthritis, your handwriting, you can't even read, it'll tell you something. Look, and this Saturday at 11 a.m. is our monthly Pride Harmony support group in the Retreat Center. This is a safe environment for our LGBTQIA+ and allies to get together and share whether you're looking for some support, some friendship, a place to belong. Check that out on Saturdays. All right, the fourth Saturday. And if you missed it when you walked in, remember that third Sunday is Bake Sale Sunday, and we can always use new bakers. So if you like to do that, please bring something on the third Sunday in August, when we'll also be blessed with a return visit from Reverend Verona Garland. Those of you who haven't experienced her yet, she's awesome, and she'll be back with us. And then for the 2 weeks following that, our old minister who just keeps coming back, Reverend Donald Graves, will be with us. So don't miss that. We'll have more information as we keep going. All right. So the Pray Harmony event continues through the 22nd of September. If you haven't signed up for that, it's very easy to do. You can just sign up, and then you get a prayer every morning about harmony. And in this crazy world we're living in right now, it's a great way to start your day. So take advantage of that. It goes through September 22nd. All right. As I do always, remind you our center was founded on, and it is grounded in prayer. Our professional prayer practitioners spend years training in the art and science of affirmative prayer, so that no matter what's going on in your life, They can help you to see the divine purpose in what's going on. If you've never had a prayer with a practitioner, they're available in the room across the hall after the service to let you experience what that is like to pray with them. And you're always welcome to put a prayer request in the prayer box outside or on our website. And if you do that, all the practitioners will hold you in prayer. So please take advantage of that. Now is our time to settle in. Allow the reading, the centering music, the sacred silence to connect you with that spirit that lives within each one of us. And then Myrna will lead us in prayer.
Good morning.
Good morning.
What a beautiful day. Yes, it is. Beautiful faces out there. Thank you for being here. You know, so far today, I've gotten several messages that the divine is everywhere. From our little book study this morning, thank you, Christiane, for being there with us, to the meditation, to this moment right here. Everywhere. Divine. Today is also the anniversary of the Apollo moon landing. Did you know that? Yeah. So it seems appropriate to reflect on this moment that changed history, because God was right in the middle of that too. On July 20th, 1969, humanity did something extraordinary. We stepped onto another world. When Neil Armstrong took that historic step onto the moon, he said, "That's one small step for a man, one giant leap for humankind." It was an historic moment. It was also a spiritual event. And you can see pieces of our philosophy in this process. For example, everything that we do in this organization begins with vision. And the moon landing began as a vision. A bold idea declared by President Kennedy and born in the hearts and minds of people everywhere. The journey to the moon required faith, imagination, and a belief that what had never been done could be done. Every engineer, technician, astronaut, and dreamer who believed in the possibility of that mission was treating for it, using vision, clarity, conviction. They spoke their words through the blueprints and the calculations, through courage and trust. And the universe responded. When the astronauts stepped onto the moon, the whole world watched. Where were you when that happened? I was there. For a time, there were no borders, no politics, no divisions, just wonder. Just the realization that we shared that we are all travelers together on this earth, on this small blue planet, orbiting a sun in an infinite universe governed by a single, loving intelligence. There's a beautiful saying on the plaque that they left behind. We came in peace for all humankind. The Apollo 11 moon landing is a metaphor for our own spiritual journeys. Each of us is called to explore beyond what we know, to trust the power within us, and to take that one small step in consciousness. So what is your moon? What bold dream calls you? What spiritual leap will you take? Know this, The same mind that created the stars dwells in you. The same intelligence that navigated the Apollo 11 throughout space is ready to guide you through your own vast unknown. And as you align with it, the impossible becomes possible. Ernest Holmes tells us there is a power for good in the universe greater than you are, and you can use it. The Apollo 11 crew used it, consciously or not. And so do we every day.
In this moment, in this place, I remember who I am, letting fear and worry wash away from me. I open my eyes and see there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love. And I know this voice of love, it is singing through my life. It is all I am, every part of me. It's all that I choose to be. There is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love. There is only love.
Let's begin with prayer. And let's begin with prayer with gratitude for the feeling in this room, with our connection beyond this room into the greater world, for the heart and soul of each person here, and for knowing that we live in a universe that is one thing. We know there is a divine power and presence in this universe. And that this harmony, this presence creates harmony, is harmony, is a spiritual connection that puts us all in the same one place. This power, this presence is everywhere, and each and every one of us, in every moment. And we use this power and presence in every moment as we create our lives. So I claim right now the power of love, of connection, of simply being able to breathe the air, to move around and know that life is what it is. The wonder of life is with us today. And we live it in deep gratitude for all that is. And so we simply breathe and let it be. As together we say, and so it is.
Thank you, Myrna. That was beautiful. My imagination ran away with those words. It was fun. I'm back. I invite you to sing along with us. This is a great song, perfectly aligned, I think, with the theme, Freedom from the Inside Out. This is called All That I Need to Be Free.
By Rick Charette.
I am caught between
Thank you. By popular demand, our special, very special music, as always. This wonderful duo of songwriters, singers, multi-instrumentalist. Please give a warm welcome back to Mindy Dillard and Holly Kirsten. Everbloom.
Well, thank you. You know, if ever I'm having like a bad time of it, I always know Rick's gonna make me feel better with his introduction. Thank you, Rick. We're really glad to be back. And when I heard about the theme, which is, what is it? Finding yourself in freedom from the inside out. I thought about going to school first to become an actor, because that's what I did. And I thought about wearing corsets on stage, because I used to play these roles where I would wear like corsets, and you know, to me that's a metaphor for like life and expectations that society puts on me or you or anyone, maybe, if that's how you feel, or maybe you don't resonate with that, but maybe you do. And so I don't know, constrained. Corsets. Maybe you like corsets. I mean, it's a cool look, you know, it can be a cool look. So that's a whole nother discussion we could get into about just the corset. But there is a song that, you know, because I write songs to process these things, as you all know. And I wrote a song called Corset Expectations, and that's what we're going to do. Okay, all right. It's weighing heavy on me, pulled tight so I can't breathe. I don't fit inside this busy pink fleur-de-lis. Can I loosen up the laces of these corset expectations? I let them unravel and fall to the floor. And it's hard letting go of what I was taught to need. Take the bones from the bodice and put them back in me. Now my silhouette is new, and the one that I outgrew lies in a heap at my feet. Here's what I'll do. I'll take scissors to the satin. I'll cut shapes not from a pattern. A trembling heart and a raggedy star. I will reuse all the ribbons, make a shrine here in my room, and I hope I find forgiveness for myself. And it's hard letting go of what I was taught to need. Take the bones from the bodice and put them back in me. And it's hard letting go of what I was taught to need. Take the bones from the bodice and put them back in me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, wow. Put the bones out and put them back in me. I love it. FYI, Mindy, no one likes corsets. Just in case. They might like the look of them, but wearing them, This is such a privilege. Christiane Turner has such an amazing resume that you can read all about on our website or on her website, and the link to that website is on our website. But this is what I want to tell you about her. She uses both ancient wisdom and modern technology to help hundreds and hundreds of people to find and live their own vision and their life purpose. She's strong and yet compassionate, and she is passionate about building community and helping other people to live their best lives while she lives hers. She's generous and deeply committed to helping other people succeed. She travels the globe sharing her gifts, yet still finds time to come home to Utah. And we're so blessed that when she does, she spends part of that time with us. Her latest book, Resilience in the Art of Accepting Support, which many of us struggle with, is our book of the month, and I think we still have copies available in the lobby if you we do. If you would like to pick one of those up today. As you head down to her workshop right after the service, please welcome back our dear friend and a great supporter of our center, Christiane Turner.
And I love how your hair matches your scarf. That's just fantastic. That's a statement. So we need to change something, you guys, because you do this every time to me, Rick. There is this, and it's weird how we are aligned, Holly and Mindy, because it's really literally many years now that we are showing up here at the same weekend, even though it's not the same month, but somehow it's always that connection. And I have to tell you guys, I'm coming from a musical family, and I have a father who plays the guitar and other instruments. I have an uncle who plays the guitar. And some of my favorite childhood memories are standing under the Christmas tree and then harmonizing as a family. And 2 days ago, before I came here, I had a dream. And I woke up and I was just so happy about this dream because I was sitting in the Center for Spiritual Living, bawling my eyes out because the harmony that was on the stage in the form that several people were singing with each other was so overwhelmingly beautiful. And that to me is one of the greatest miracles of being in a human form, that we get to experience music and dance and drumming. And that to me is truly the essence of why we're here. And it is the universal communication and language that we can all share. And it just reminded me as you guys were harmonizing, I'm like, oh my God, I had this dream. And it really just came back like that. And so I want to thank you for that, because that is one of those moments where I believe it's an internal manifestation, where a part of me was perhaps already seeing what was going to happen, or I was wishing for it, whatever it is. But it's really fascinating how I can walk into here as a professional, you know, I got a gig, I'm going to talk to these people and whatever. And then by the time I get up here on stage, I'm completely off my concept. I'm like, this is, what was I going to talk about? What? So like always, I'm just going to wing it, you guys. I have a general concept of what I'm going to be talking about, but then I also just trust. I deeply trust that whatever you guys need to hear from me, whatever needs to come through me today, that's just what's going to happen. And then I don't have to stress out about it, and it's just going to be what it is. Right, Reverend Cindy, you always have way more material than what you're able to actually put into those 20, 30 minutes that we have up here. And you guys have so much more material. You could sing for 10 hours. And then we really have to condense it, and I have to trust that whatever is coming through today is exactly what this group and this group consciousness that we're creating together wants to walk away with. So I just trust it, I give it to God, and I'm just going to start my little speech with one of the points that I wanted to make, because I always have an agenda. There is definitely an underlying agenda of like, this is what I really, really wish for, that the people are going to be able to take wisdom. If there's just one little thing that they can take wisdom, this is a point that I would love to make. And even if you don't totally believe in it yet, or you're like, wow, this is the first time I'm hearing this, or it's like, I don't know if I want to believe this, at least that little door is open, you're willing, and you are just open to entertaining that thought. And for that, I have a very specific principle that I was introduced to right at that moment when I watched The Secret. And who here has seen The Secret? when it came out in 2005. Of course, most of you have seen it. If you haven't, please do. And if you want to dive deeper into that message, watch also the movie What the Bleep Do We Know, which is more of the quantum physics, more of the scientific explanation of how the law of attraction works. And for a lot of us, The Secret was a big wake-up call, wasn't it? It was definitely one of those moments the door opened and you weren't able to close that door again. You walked through it and you went, okay, something is different now. And there was more of an understanding of what we had been doing all along anyway, right? We looked at some of our pitfalls. Oh yeah, that's how I created that. Makes total sense. Now it makes sense why these things happen in my life. And it was also an opening to, hey, I can create some pretty cool stuff. And then we've all done the parking spots and we got the coffee cup and the friend that called us when we thought about him, you know, that kind of stuff. So those are the beginning moments of getting really into the law of attraction and then starting to claim a little power here, you know, hey, look at me, grab that parking spot. One of the things that I'm doing is I'm assigning that to my granddaughters. And we were running errands in Canap, and it's been in the 95 plus arena. And so the little game that we've been playing is to create parking spots with shade. And we had shade in every single one of those 4 spots that we went to. And then I always make a big deal out of it because my grandkids are 8, 5, and 3. And I'm like, okay, Rylan, this is your job. Okay, Oma, I'm on it. And then it's like, oh man, look at you, you're such an awesome manifester. So I want to see where it takes them throughout life as they have that deep inner belief system. I'm a manifester. And I am having some level of interaction, some people might call it control, being in charge of, having alignment with what's happening in here and what's happening out there. So once I got personally introduced into the law of attraction arena, I was off the charts. I'm like, okay, I'm going to take this all the way because it finally made sense out of my life. It made sense out of some of the shortcomings I had, some of the limitations I had put on myself because of beliefs that I was imprinted with, and some of them were ancestral, and we're all doing this work. I know, I'm preaching to the choir here. And it also gave me the opportunity to say, oh, well, let's see where I can take it. And so one of those things that came out of it, and I've shared that story in some of my videos before, so you might have heard it, so here's the live version now. I was 9 years old when my little cousin Nicole came around, and I loved her very much from the beginning, and we lived very close with each other, and I got to be her babysitter. Once in a while when her parents went on dates, I got to be with her, and one of the reasons I loved it so much is because Mom had a chocolate cupboard. And it was you can have anything you want. And oh my goodness, it was special. I got to watch TV late, you know, I had some time by myself, and I was the big girl, you know, I got to take care of her little cousin who of course was asleep. And then once in a while, and I remember that very first time when my aunt and my uncle took me to a Chinese restaurant. And that was a pretty big deal in those days. We didn't have that many other culture restaurants at that time. You know, you can get a good schnitzel anywhere you go, but having Chinese food, that was special. You had to go to the big city, in that case, Mainz. And my aunt and uncle took me to a Chinese restaurant, and that was a pivotal moment in my life. Tasting the food, which I found spectacular, the atmosphere, the decoration, the smells, the music. I love when I have the authentic music in other cultural restaurants. Everything about it intrigued me. And there was one of those moments when that little girl said, I want to go there. And then, of course, through history classes, and I have some other stories. I've shared with you my Egypt stories of how I ended up in Egypt because I was imagining touching the pyramids and saying, hey, I'm going to go there one day. I'm going to touch those pyramids. And then I manifested 3 trips in the last 20 years. And one of those moments was sitting in that Chinese restaurant and going, I want to go to China. Well, you guys, I'm going to be there in a month, and this is going to be almost my 40th trip in the last 18 years. And I am so grateful and so happy that today I get to welcome a very, very dear friend who has been by my side for the last almost 10 years. So everybody, please give a very, very warm welcome to Lulu from Shanghai. And that is one of those manifestations because you and I, we went to Xi'an in April and we saw the Terracotta Warriors. Some of you might have seen it on my social media. That was a huge dream come true when my parents first went, and they went in the 80s. when they just had discovered them. It was a farmer who was digging in his fields in the 70s, and then they were digging out some of those first warriors, and now they have hundreds of them exhibited, and that's just one of many pits. And so it has changed a lot. And I do remember when I saw those pictures that my parents brought back from the 80s, I'm like, I want to see that. I want to see that. And that's one of those manifestations that came from the inside out. So once I got introduced to the law of attraction, I also got introduced to a very interesting tape series called Your Wish is Your Command. Has anybody ever heard of that? It was on YouTube for quite a long time. Now it's been scrubbed. Unfortunately, it's not available anymore. And actually, I got it in the form of a CD set. Remember those? You know, plug them in, press start. And I remember being super intrigued by it. It was 13 CDs, and the whole point was about speak your world into being. Be willing to wish, be willing to put it out there. And it's about the alignment between your thoughts and your emotions. So that's the gist of the CD set. And then he started bringing up some principles. There is one principle called the Bandura's Curve, where you're learning a new skill, and you start practicing it, and then you're going to go through a little dip. And that's when most people actually give up on the new skill, no matter what it is. If you're learning a musical instrument, if you're in an athletic environment, if you're learning a poem, whatever it is, we're going through the dip and making it through the dip. Then actually through diligent practice and meaningful practice, we get to the next level of unconscious competence, where we just do it without having to think about it. Who thought about consciously to drive here today? Your feet were doing what they needed to do. You were blinking, you were looking. It just happened. But that's not how it was when you first started, okay? So the speaker was talking about principles like that. And then he had another one that I really found fascinating. And that was about the balance between how much does it matter what's happening inside and what's happening outside. In other words, in the Hermetic principle, as within, so without. And my mind immediately went to the idea, well, it's 50-50. 50% inside, 50% outside. You're thinking about stuff, you're setting your goals, you're believing in it, you're meditating about it, and then it's 50% actions, okay? That's just my logical me immediately going to that place. Who would kind of relate with that? It's pretty logical, right? That's like normal thinking. Yeah, okay, that's how it works. Well, let's change the odds a little bit. How about 60-40? That 60% is internal, 40% is external. Who is willing to go there? Or even 70-30? Who is crazy out here? Who's going to go 80-20? Okay, 90-10? Well, guess what he said? He said it's 99% internal, 1% external. And that blew my mind. Ah, I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it. I remember that. It was just one of those absolutely world-changing moments in my life when I was like, you know what? I'm going to open myself to that idea. Now, does it mean I'm going to just sit on the couch and meditate for the rest of my life? No. Because, of course, there is that outward physical expression of what we call actions and behaviors. And when those actions are not aligned with a clear vision and having support from above and feeling a connection with the divine and having strong, powerful belief systems about deservingness and it's possible and I can do it and I'm worthy of it, then our results are going to be very different. And that's what today is about. That's the message that I ultimately want to bring across, that the work is truly on the inside. And it doesn't matter how much action you're taking on the outside if it's not fueled and aligned with a very strong inner commitment and alignment with the higher power, our support system that we have in the world, as well as in our support with ourselves. And that's why I'm calling it, we're creating from the inside out. And the freedom comes from the inside out. And freedom is one of my core values in this life. To express freedom in myself, in my thought process, in my interactions with other people, in my ability to travel and have abundance. So coming from this point of view that 99% of the work is actually internally and then only 1%, and I got a wonderful metaphor in a book one time when they talked about domino stones. And the first domino stone is this big, the second one is this big, the third one is this big, and then so on and so on and so on. And all you need to make those humongous dominoes fall over there is tip that first domino. And that's what happens when we take that deliberate action, that divine action, that beautiful practice, whatever it is that we're doing, and we're deliberately hitting that first domino stone, it will get the next big one, the next big one. And that's like those beautiful stepping stones that are appearing out of nowhere. One of my favorite metaphors is when Indiana Jones is at the temple to find the Holy Grail, and then it's his face, and he puts his hand on his heart, and it's one of those moments that makes me cry, and I'm like, oh yes, Indy, go, 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 and you know, what's his face, James Bond, Sean Connery's all, oh, Indy, you can do it, and then he takes that leap, and the bridge appears. And that is so often what we do when we are really in our mastery of the law of attraction. When we're in the mastery of aligning those internal thoughts, those wishes, the little kid who's sitting in a Chinese restaurant and goes, I want to experience that, I want to be in that culture, I want to feel this. And men who would have told me that it was because of a work gig that I would end up there, and then I would make lifelong friendships, and I have a family there now that I get to visit and all that, or that I would end up in America, or get to see Egypt, and now I'm actually working on Petra, if you have ever seen it, and I bring it back to Indiana Jones, because that is that temple that is put into the beautiful cliffs in Jordan, and that's one of my dreams in this life. And so I'm going to report it one day. I'm like, guess what, guys? Petra's happening, because that is what's important to me. And you need to discover what's important to you. Perhaps it's about physical health, something in your life right now that you are struggling with, something that you would like to improve, or something where you're building your own longevity. And I'm so happy to see our lovely friend Diane Cunningham back there, who is one of my greatest models in this life, because this lady is going to become 85 here in a couple of months. And she is one of my highest inspirational people about aging gracefully and having joy and fulfillment and purpose and living every day with love. And then you can have goals that are financial. And perhaps, again, it is something that you need to dig yourself out of, or it's something that you would like to create. And you would like to have a good, fruitful retirement fund, or you want to have some special goals that you're fulfilling. Right now, as a family, we're creating that my children and their grandkids can come to my parents' 60th anniversary, which is happening next April in Germany. So those are the kind of goals that you can think about as well. And again, it doesn't matter all the stuff that you're doing on the outside if it's not fueled by a very strong conviction that you deserve it, that it's possible, that you're worthy of it, that you can do it, that it's actually doable. Oh, you got the economy, and oh my goodness, let's not even talk about politics, and la 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 la. And then I hear people getting off on those tangents. And that's where Esther Hicks says, oh well, if you concentrate on what is, you're going to get more of what is. And we got to take that leap of faith and step into the unknown and say, I don't give a crap what the economy does. And I don't give a crap what's going on around me. And it's not that we don't care. And I was actually asked that in a workshop. So how do I deal with the argument that I'm actually selfish and that I'm being careless and I don't give a crap about what's going on in the world? And I gave him the answer that ultimately, and that's part of the message that I like to convey, which we're going to get much deeper in this afternoon. And that is the philosophy I've been following for almost 20 years now, which is called hermetics. And that is the original philosophy from ancient Egypt. And there was a supposed master, his name was Hermes. And then he got deified, and now he's a legend. And I do believe at some point there was an actual person who taught those things. And those are the 7 universal principles, the 7 laws. That we are all connected, we are all one, that everything in the universe is made of energy. Energy vibrates. We are creating from the inside out, as above, so below, as within, so without. Then there is polarity, rhythm, and gender, and cause and effect. And when I really adopt those principles and I live every single day from those principles, life becomes magical, and we can create anything we want, completely independent of the circumstances. And I tell you why. This is super paraphrased, Christiane's version. There are universal laws, and then there are man-made laws. The man-made laws are the lower hierarchy laws, and the universal laws are the higher hierarchy laws. And the master is able to elevate themselves to the higher hierarchy laws, and therefore they can see the pendulum swinging on every subject that you would like to choose between health and well-being and financial lack and financial wealth, between political parties, whatever it is. It's just a pendulum that we see swinging underneath us. And then, and here's the kicker, we get to choose where we want to hang out. We get to choose the point of which we will rest to observe everything that's going on, and we don't have to engage with it. And that's what I told that lady who was complaining about what's going on in this country and in the world in general and how to interact with that without having to take a stance and buy into the polarity. And that was actually one of the things that Myrna brought up in the study group this morning, and you also, Renelle, about this idea that the oneness is non-physical and it is non-gender, and it's once we get into the physical, then we have duality. So the Hermetic Master also lives in that energy of the non-duality, in the oneness. And I learned that in China as well, the Tao. When I can be in the Tao, when I can be in the way, then I don't have to take a side because it doesn't exist. And I'm getting actually better at explaining that to people. And I have to get better because I'm going to go back to Germany. And every morning when we meet, I know someone is going to show up with the news that just happened in the world, and then within 5 minutes you can be really dragged down about what's going on in the world, and then everybody discussing it, how unfair the world is and all that stuff, and I'm just sitting there smiling, more coffee? I don't want to take a role in that. I don't want to take part in that, and I'm learning to communicate that to the outside world, that I'm not being accosted and told that I don't care and I'm just being selfish and things like that, because I'm learning to truly step into these higher laws and say, it is what it is. We do not understand the bigger picture here. It's all perfect the way it is. It's part of our evolution, people, you know? So that's the big stuff. That's the big stuff. Bring it back, bring it back. So we're bringing it back to ourselves, that everything that we're physically manifesting on the outside has been first created in our mind. Everything is manifested twice. First in our mind, then in the physical on the outside. Please take away with you today the idea that what you're doing in your mind matters a lot more than what you're doing on the outside, and that what you ever do on the outside needs to be aligned with your highest purpose, your highest calling. When you're on mission, when you're on fulfillment, when you know that what you're doing is good for the world, trust me, it's going to work out for you. And then you're just walking gracefully along your path, and you're going to create miracles left and right, and things are happening. I love when people bring up synchronicities, when beautiful things happening in their life and the perfect person shows up. They're clicking the TV channel, the right message shows up. They're opening a book, the right message shows up. Those are those moments when you know that you're on track and that you are aligned between your inner manifestation and your outer actions. So everybody make a commitment to yourself right now to at least be open. Can we do that? Just open, just a little open. And then you're going to hear it. You're going to hear it in the outside world. Some other message might come along. You might open a tarot card and there it is. You might see it in a TV program. And you're going, there's one of those moments. It's one of those examples. And then celebrate it. Celebrate those moments and really enjoy them and go, thank you, God. Thank you, universe, because you just showed me that I'm on the right track. I'm on my path and things are exactly the way they're supposed to be. So we're going to walk out of here with some openness to it, some willingness, and perhaps even some excitement and some curiosity to explore some more of that. And of course, you can do that also by checking out the Resilience book or my other books that I have written in the meantime. Come to the workshop, please, this afternoon. And before we're wrapping it up for this service, for this time that we have together, I would like for us to take all of that into a prayer now, by you settling, getting centered, and just open yourself up to your way of being with the divine and feeling that oneness with the universe, knowing how incredibly loved you are. This is a love that is so beyond what we can describe with words. So just feel into that and allow yourself to be open and present and just bask in this amazing love. That love that fuels gratitude and trust and beingness and oneness. Just being. Just enjoying this very moment as we give thanks. Thank you, universe. Thank you, God. Thank you, divine, for allowing me to be here, right now, with these beautiful people. Everybody here is contributing to this energy. And it doesn't matter if you're in this room right here, right now, or if you're watching us, if you're with us right now online, or if you're going to watch it later. In the 0 point, we are all connected right here, right now. And we are so grateful that divine has brought us here today. And we're expressing that gratitude. As you're thinking about just a few things in your life right now that you're so deeply grateful for. That might be special relationships that you have in your life, your health, your wealth, your opportunities, your success, your family, your friends, your puppies. Just give thanks for the things that matter to you. And know that there is so much more out there waiting for you to align yourself with, to give thanks for. So many things that you might not be able to notice right now, that are right there, able to be discovered. So stretch your awareness a little more right now. Stretch your comfort zone a little bit, and just notice what else is out there that you can be grateful for. And as you notice all these results that we're able to create in the outside world, what it really comes down to is that is a reflection, a mirror of this internal world that we're creating. So please send a wish to the universe right now to be open, to be willing, to just be present, and to allow yourself to receive those messages when they come to you from the divine, those little nudges, those little invitations. Just by being present and just by listening, so quiet your mind to be able to listen to those messages, to be willing to accept them, to trust those nudges, those voices, and then bringing them into fruition by aligning them with your feelings, your emotions, and let them guide you into meaningful actions. And I would like for you to express your gratitude to the universe for guiding you on this journey. And then bring that energy all the way back from above into yourself, into your mind, into your heart. And together we say, and so it is. Ow. And in the physical, it's still going to come out. And that's the joy of being human. Because in the energetic, it's already done. It's already done. It is already your reality. And we can express that reality in our way of interacting in our community, to which I'm going to invite our ushers to come forward so that we can practice that abundance that we're already feeling within. And now we can express it and we can share it with our community through our giving. And no matter if you're giving online, if you're doing through Venmo, if you're doing it right now in the form of bills and coins, just know that what you're giving here right now freely and happily is going to come back to you many, many times in many ways that you cannot even imagine yet. That's how magnificent the universe is, that it gives us these beautiful gifts in the form of people and opportunities and also the financial wealth. So thank you so very, very much for your support of the center, because we need the center more than ever before. So may this contribution that you're making to the center come back to you in many ways and bless your life. As we now bring the contributions to the front so we can all bless it together. And please repeat after me. I am so blessed. Look around. You are so blessed. We are so blessed. This center is so blessed. Everybody around us, this whole city in Utah. Oh, now I'm going long. Everybody is so blessed. The whole world is so blessed. So blessed. Thank you so much. And thank you everybody who's contributing to this center being here. Reverend Cindy, the wonderful practitioners, all the team members, Raj, the music, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And like always, it is such a joy to be here with you. And what a great send-off. I'm going to take your love with me. And I promise that when I'm gone, I'm going to be gone for 2 months. I will tune in here and there to check in with you guys. And I'm always getting something out of it. So thank you so much, my dear friends. And I'm going to enjoy the rest of the service.
Let's have Mindy and Holly come up and share another song. Yeah, it was Shemaine's idea to have these two come up and sing on the centering song, that beautiful harmony that I'm sure Christiane Turner was talking about.
There we
So
go.
grateful they just blend themselves into the band too once in a while. It was beautiful.
We will tune for a sec, though, you know?
Yeah.
We like for things to sound nice. About a year ago, we started this song we're about to share with you. I started on a birthday weekend retreat, and we were doing some songwriting, and just, it's been a while since I've written something, but kind of really liked the idea for this, and then it sat for a while. And we built it around this quote that we couldn't remember who it was by. I'm going to read the quote for you. This is by Howard Thurman, who is a theologian and civil rights activist. And he says, "Ask what makes you come alive and go do it, because what the world needs is people who have come alive." And you know it had to have been his quote because I Googled it. And you know that's true, right? So
That's what the AI overview said.
must be true.
But no, if you know, it is true. It's
Yeah.
true.
So this song is called Ordinary.
You may choose to live an ordinary life. You may choose to stitch inside the lines.
I pin myself down to the plan. Unraveling, I lost it all again. I guess I'm not one to do as I'm told. I tried to stay still, but I tore from the fold. I tried to be silent, is growing so old. I won't be ordinary. I won't be ordinary. Some may choose to never question why, hemmed in their safety till they die. I pin myself down to the plan. Unraveling, I crossed it all again. I guess I'm not one to do as I'm told. I tried to stay still, but I tore from the fold. The call to be silent is growing so old. I won't be ordinary. I won't be ordinary. What is it that makes you come alive? What is it that makes you come alive? Let the world watch you come to life. What is it that makes you feel alive? What is it that makes you feel alive? Let the world watch you 'cause you thrive. I guess I'm not one to do as I'm told. I get to stay still, but I tore from the fold. The call to be silent is growing so old. I won't be ordinary. I won't be ordinary. What is it that makes you come alive? What is it that makes you come alive? Let the world watch you come to life. What is it that makes you feel alive? What is it that makes you feel alive? Let the world watch you 'cause you thrive.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Everbloom. May you ever bloom. Mindy, Dillard, Holly, Kirsten, thank you so much. Amazing. Always amazing. And Christiane Turner, thank you. And always a powerful message. That's it. So if you would like a prayer, if you feel that tickle, practitioners will be available across the hall. Lots coming up this week. Don't forget Wednesday night's experience with our dear friend Lane and handwriting analysis. I look forward to that. That'll be fun. And have a happy pie and beer day. But today, downstairs in our retreat center, let's take advantage of that powerful workshop. Always an amazing experience with Christiane Turner, digging in deep, and give that time to yourself. It'll be fun.
I don't know about y'all, but just whenever Christiane speaks, I just want to believe her. I just want to believe you. I just do believe you.
Passion. Yeah, it's wonderful. Let's stand together and sing our closing song. Let's own these words.